One other item from today's City Council meeting in Corpus Christi, council members approving an order that prohibits short-term vacation rentals in the city limits. Now, the order approved this morning applies to services like VBRO and Airbnb. Mayor Joe McComb saying there's simply no way to check them to see if they're following the health rules and regulations. Existing hotels and motels are exempt, as are rentals that house essential workers. The order is in place from now until at least April 30th.